Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast. Um, I'm your host, Bucking Beast, and I'm the only host. I'm the only person I'll be talking. I'll be talking to myself, and let's get right into it. The first topic I want to talk about is the Leafy versus the IDUBBBZ thing. Um, Overall, I saw what IDUBBBZ posted, and then I saw what Leafy's posted. IDUBBBZ was just basically criticizing Leafy's videos, saying why he doesn't like Leafy, why his editing isn't that great. And I thought, and you know what? I thought it was true. And then Leafy made a response video that's pretty much just like saying, this guy's exposing me, it hurts. Cringe, you know, the usual Leafy crap. And before I get into this, I should say that before this whole thing, I used to watch Leafy's videos, and then after that I stopped because it reached a point in which it was either getting too repetitive, or the humor was just getting too far, and also the people watching it are influenced by it, and they're literally taking everything that Leafy said literally. That would always bug me pretty much. For instance, Leafy would make fun of this YouTuber, and then after that all of Leafy's fans would go onto that YouTube's channel and dislike it, and that would piss me off because they first of all didn't know the YouTuber in general. They just only know the one video that YouTuber made, and that might be cringy, per se. And yeah, that's the problem. And they didn't see the rest of the YouTuber's videos and see maybe this guy might be a decent guy, or maybe the cringeworthy video was just one cringeworthy video. I do know that Leafy does have a disclaimer in his in the description of his videos, but the thing is, who the hell reads the description? It's literally no one reads the description. It's just an excuse so that he can then I want to say play the victim card and use that and say, oh, I didn't do anything. I had the description. I have a disclaimer in my description that says John Bully, and just crap like that. And what IDUBBBZ did, he just ran on about how Leafy makes his videos, the way he talks. Like, for instance, he would say the word literally a lot, and he would, whenever he made his transition videos, title videos, it would be 10 seconds long, and to be honest, that also bugged the hell out of me whenever he did his rant videos. Then the next thing he would do the next thing that IDUBBBZ did was he then made fun of the fact that Leafy always points out and makes fun of all these people by the way they look, but then IDUBBBZ pretty much turned it around him by pointing out that fact that he doesn't really have that strong of a chin. And you know what? Yeah, it's true, because every time he's ever seen him in a video or anything, he has like a mic or something covering his face or something like that. Like, I remember watching his face cam videos, and one of the things he has, I remember he was always looking at the direction where his microphone is, even though his camera is like literally the other direction. And that's clearly just him trying to hide his own freaking chin. And then what happened was, after that, Leafy then make his response videos saying, oh, IDUBBBZ is making fun of me because my transitions are this long, whatever. And to be honest, I did not like that Leafy response video. I thought it was really weak as a retaliation to IDUBBBZ video. And also the fact that he didn't really point out everything that IDUBBBZ said, like the fact that IDUBBBZ made a point in which he and Keemstar used to be like huge friends, and in Leafy's Keemstar rant, Leafy would just make it seem like he's just some guy he just met at some YouTube convention, even though they literally were on a helicopter together, and they just started hanging out, and there's so many pictures of him together. And then very recently today, IDUBBBZ made a freaking another video in which called Content Deputy, and I thought this was really hilarious. The fact that it's just making fun of how Leafy retaliated back, and he just showed how stupid retaliation is. And he always do the way he mentioned it. Leafy mentioned it as an exposed video, even though it was more of just IDUBBBZ criticizing him. And yeah, so if you ask me, I think IDUBBBZ would win in this whole debate. And also, I just noticed in this morning, the amount of dislikes, I remember, what was it, yesterday, it was like 200,000 dislikes on Leafy's video. Now, this morning I just noticed it was 300,000. Right now, I look back at it again, and it's like 320,000. So that is a lot of dislikes Leafy is getting in that video. It's actually, and I think the amount of likes he got in that video was actually 350,000, which is getting really close. Okay, now on to the neat topic. First, okay, now I just want to, let's see, I'll just do a little update. So I did an alternate ending. I'm doing right now an alternate ending for one of the DBZ videos I'm doing right now. Yeah, for the Earth Saga series. And what I'm doing with that is, I basically recorded, I think, all the footage I needed. I'm now editing it, and so hopefully it might come out in a few days or so. And then what's happening after that is I'm gonna give focus on my 40,000 game score video. Then after that, try and get that Goku versus Vegeta video out of the way, and or maybe not, I don't know. And there's also Xenoverse 2 coming out soon, so I'm gonna pre-order it digitally on my Xbox One and also on my PC, so I can so that way I can play as Goku Black and also use that Future Trunks TBS version. That would be pretty sweet. And so I'm also planning on doing a whole freaking series before Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 comes out. I'm hoping to do a series in which I play through the whole story of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, fully modded, just mods all the way. Like, I hope, like literally, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do maps, like mod maps and stuff, but I know how to mod swap characters and stuff. So what I'm planning on doing is making sure that adding certain rules to this Let's Play, make sure that every character has a mod, pretty much. So different costume or different design, all that stuff. Like I found one in which it turns Ice Shenron and Nova Shenron to Sub-Zero and Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and I thought that would be pretty cool. The best mods are the ones in which they just look out of the ordinary. And yeah, so I'm just gonna keep out on all the extraordinary mods out there. And also, if you see a certain mod that comes up too often, I'm most likely going to change it to something else. Well, yeah, then now there's also, new footage of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. If I'm gonna be honest, my hype for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 isn't as big as Xenoverse 1's when it came out. When Xenoverse 1 came out, I was excited, but I always moderate my excitement, my hype, because first of all, if I raise my hype to like 120%, I'm going to end up buying it and just end up with disappointment, because it will probably be something like I did not really expect it to be. I think I'll probably be something like something downgraded from what I thought it would be. That's actually what happened when I got Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi. Like, I thought it was gonna be the ultimate DBZ game. First of all, because it's called Ultimate Tenkaichi. I thought it was gonna be like it'll be the ultimate Tenkaichi, but it just turned into a negative Tenkaichi. It's like the antonym of Budokai Tenkaichi, and it really pissed me off because all it was is just repetitive gameplay, and I hate repetitive gameplay, and I hate when games have a rock paper scissors mechanic, because it just shows that the developers didn't really think of how they're going to make the gameplay, how they're going to display the gameplay, or how they're going to find ways of getting around certain certain combos with characters, because you know there might be one character that can endlessly do a vortex onto another character. You know, a vortex is, you know, doing the same combo over and over again, and in a freaking loop. That's what it is. And I guess that's what the problem is. I did appreciate the fact that it had hero mode, but the hero mode was very limited, and also the story mode for the hero mode had a lot of plot holes. Like, for instance, the fact that was it the Super Shenron or whatever it's called, was it the Black Star Dragon, right? He basically, in the end of the game, he make a wish, and then after that, with the Black Star Dragon, and that wish is like to save, make sure everyone on Earth is safe or something like that. But the problem is with that is the Black Star Dragon. The purpose of Black Star Dragon Balls is that they disperse into other sides of the galaxy, or whatever, and then the Earth should blow up in the year after. So pretty much your character screws up the whole story. Maybe they were planning that if they were to make it a sequel for Ultimate Tenkaichi, but from what it looks like, they did not. I did like the fact that Ultimate Tenkaichi had a long story, but the thing is, the story they just literally copy and pasted Raging Blast 1 story. Even the audio from the cast from the Raging Blast 1's voice cast was still there, and then when they added the new audio, it was the people from Dragon Ball Z Kai, and it was really annoying. So you hear the Gohan that sounds like he smokes 30 packs a day, then it shifts to a teenage sounding Gohan, and it just really messes up with your mind. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is I wanted to lower my hype with this, so to make sure that this doesn't ruin my experience at all. And from what I'm seeing, if I have a low hype for Xenoverse 2, I'm guessing it'll be pretty okay. I imagine I'm gonna end up enjoying it, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I think that's gonna talk about it. Star Wars Rebels Season 3 is coming out, and I'm looking forward to that, because if you can, basically, I'm also watching Clone Wars. I'm on Season 6 right now. I have like 7 more episodes till I'm finished. If I'm gonna be honest, when you watch Star Wars Clone Wars, just skip the Season 3. All Season 1, Season 2 is just giant filler, and then after that, Season 3, 4, 5, and 6, they're still filler, but at least there's some episodes in which they seem pretty interesting. And what's annoying me the most is, like, the only characters I'm like really into, like emotionally invested to, is Rex, Ahsoka, and Darth Maul. All the other characters, I don't really give a crap, unless it's a clone trooper. They're pretty interesting, like that episode with Order 66 and Fives. I really liked that episode. But yeah, other than that, it's just a giant filler till it reaches episode 3. And then But what I like about Rebels is it's just a new cast of characters you never seen, and then also they're bringing back old characters from the Clone Wars, and they're trying to mix it up, pretty much. Like have what was it? They have like Ahsoka in season 2, and now they have Rex as well. Now Darth Maul's joining the fray, and I'm looking forward to what season 3 has to offer. And again, now going back to I'm going to do a little bit of random season 6 of Clone Wars here, is that at the end of season 5, that's when Ahsoka finally leaves the Jedi Order, right? So how come 13 episodes later there's still no mention of her? I mean, she's a pretty huge character in the series. Like, you expect me to watch 13 episodes of the Clone extra episodes and realize she doesn't exist? What the hell? Like, you make, what's the point of that? It's like having it's kind of like Suicide Squad, pretty much with the Joker, in which he isn't really a big he really isn't supposed to be like a main character in this in the movie, but he only appeared for 10 minutes, which pissed people off. So and people needed more of that character, and now this is the same thing with Star Wars Clone Wars. It's just just character leaves, and then 13 episodes later she's no longer there. And also, that's after 13 episodes, that's when Lucasfilms is bought by Disney, and then Clone Wars just ended. So that's a bummer. And that, at least let me just say, thank God I wasn't into Clone Wars at the time. Otherwise, I would have been seriously pissed off with those results. Alright. Okay, damn. One more thing, right? This is gonna be freaking absolute freaking insane, pretty much. I actually have a theory on who not Darth Vegas, the Supreme Leader Snoke is. Basically, I'm not sure how to explain this, but this is gonna sound incredibly insane. It's oh my god, it's Princess Leia. It's Leia. It's been Leia the whole time. This is a theory and everything. So what I'm getting at this is, Leia, in episode 6, Darth Vader says that if Luke doesn't join the dark side, maybe she will. A little bit of foreshadowing. We don't really see much of Leia in episode 7. She stays in where everyone is, where all the rebels are, where all the rebels are, and my idea is that Supreme Leader Snoke doesn't exist or anything. He's just an illusion created by Leia. That's my phone. Hopefully that didn't get in my mic. Yeah, it's just Supreme Leader Snoke isn't real. In that it's freaking Leia. That's what I'm getting at. And that this is all illusion. She was the one that converted him to the Knights of Ren and all that. But then I also have another crazy theory. Supreme Leader Snoke is the freaking BFG, as in that Roald Dahl movie, Roald Dahl book, which is now a movie by Disney. Disney also did Star Wars. BFG wore a hood and is also a giant. Supreme Leader Snoke wore a hood, and he also might be a giant. Who knows, that hologram could have been might have been projecting his size, or he actually looks like that, but you know, he could be that big. The BFG uses dreams, and you can see he manipulated the queen at one point in the movie. What are the chances that he manipulated freaking Ben Solo into joining the Knights of Ren? By the way, if you can't see, I'm actually shrugging my shoulders, saying, you know, just saying, what's up with that? And that'll be to it. It's a nice conversation. I'll go back to editing my alternate ending, and I'll talk to you later. Well, peace.